Earlier this week, I saw a post where someone came out publicly to say, oh, my 28 years of marriage is not working anymore. We have decided to part ways and things like that. And I observed that a number of people, they started posting, how can 28 years of a relationship just end like that? How can a 28 years relationship break? We used to have the belief that when people have stayed long in marriage, oh, there's nothing that can shake the marriage, they've achieved, blah, blah, blah. The fact remains that those of us who have stayed long in marriage, we know that those type of fallout, they are not something you can just wake up one morning and say you want to throw away your 28 years of relationship. The fallout would have been an accumulation. In fact, the accumulation could even be from year one. In fact, the accumulation of that thing that finally, eventually broke the relationship could have been from even when they were in a relationship. But they were patching it up. They were panel beating everything. They were, people will come and admonish them. People will come and maybe family in-laws will come and say, no, there's a reason why God brought you together. They will admonish them, then they will continue the relationship. And some people will struggle from year 1 to year 20 to year 25, and then they will just decide in year 27 or 28 or year 30 that enough is enough. The thing is that relationships don't just break overnight. There have been accumulation of resentment, accumulation of problems, accumulation of issues that are unresolved. A lot of couples, they even think that they have resolved the issue, but there are still resentment hiding somewhere in the mind of one of them or even the two of them. And they are just time bomb waiting to what? Explode. That is what usually happens. But a lot of people just think that 10 years relationship, 15 years relationship, 20 years relationship just break overnight. No, it doesn't happen that way, especially singles. They just think, oh, how come? What happened? They have grown-up children, they are successful, they look happy together, they have been blah, 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 blah. No. There are accumulations. When two adults are not ready to hit the nail on the head, to accept responsibility, to take responsibility for what they have contributed in that relationship, for it to be at that point it is, when two people are not sincere enough to admit that this particular thing that is happening, that has been happening, that is recurring, will break us and will set us apart. They are not yet ready. Whether they spend 20 years, 30 years, that particular thing that they have decided to sweep under the rug will still break them apart. And that is why we need to be sincere with ourselves. That is why as couples we need to be genuine and sincere with ourselves. See, let me tell you something. The fact that you have spent already 15 years does not mean that your relationship is solid. And that's why sometimes when people are celebrating, 20 years, 10 years, 30 years, I just reflect. And say, yeah, for the external people that are external, they see it as a very beautiful, successful relationship. But the two people inside that relationship, they are the one that can actually say if it is actually beautiful, if they are progressing. You may be celebrating 20, 30 years, 10 years anniversary, 15 years anniversary, and you are still not sure and happy of that in that relationship. That's just the fact. People who are married long enough, they will understand what I'm saying. But those of you that are single or newly married, you may not understand what I'm saying. Those of you that are currently in a relationship, you are just newly married, the love is still hot and shocking you. You may not understand. There are certain resentments that happens between couples that if they do not address it, hit the nail on the head, and continue. It's a continuous discussion, and they continue the discussion to nip it in the bud, everyone accepting their responsibility and continue to take responsibility until the matter is actually really fully resolved. I'm telling you, it is just a time bomb waiting for the day it will finally set them apart. As couples, let us learn to address issues. Let us learn to take responsibility for whatever we have contributed to matters. Let us learn to, always resolve and not sweep issue. Don't say, oh, you have come again. Some of you, instead of addressing an issue, you term it nagging. Because you don't want to take responsibility for what you have caused for the other person. And then you say, why? I thought I had said sorry. Sorry, ordinary sorry does not fix things. A change, a turnaround, a taking of responsibility can actually turn things around. A lot of you have allowed even external influences that have even threatened your relationship. I will continue to threaten your relationship if you continue to embrace those external relationships. Okay, so I don't know why people just make it look like any relationship that break is just sudden. No, it's an accumulation. It's something that has taken several years to build up, and it is not sudden. It's never sudden when the relationship breaks. It is something that has been waiting, a time bomb that has been waiting to happen. So please, if you are married, if you are in a good and working relationship now, make sure you don't get to that point where you take each other for granted, where you just look away from an issue that your spouse is raising consistently. If you know you value your relationship, you will do everything possible to guide it, to protect it, and to protect the other person, the other party, and you will actually work towards changing, not because the other person is talking or pushing you, but because you yourself, you have sat down as an adult and reasoned out the matter, and you find your spouse worth it for every sense of it. If something is affecting your spouse negatively, as an adult, you should be able to sit down and be sincere and genuine with yourself and say, this thing, as long as I'm doing it, is, if you actually cherish your relationship, you will continuously adjust. You will continuously, review your actions and decide personally, not based on how they talk you into it, force you and push you. No, but from your own heart of your heart, you know that you are doing this thing for yourself also and for your relationship. So let's get our relationship jealous. Let's communicate better. Let's learn to address issue, not attack person. Let's learn that there is no relationship that is permanently immune. No matter how long your relationship is or has been, you are not immune. Yes, I always say myself, I recognize that. The fact that I'm 10 years married does not mean my relationship is immune. A little thing can disrupt a beautiful relationship. Just a little matter, if not handled carefully, can break two people. And Christian marriages are not exempted. Don't think, oh, Christian marriages are exempted. In fact, you are always the target for the enemy and the wicked ones. And that is why you need to be spiritually armed. You need to also be sensible. As you are praying, you are assessing your character. You are refining yourself. Okay? It's not only prayer, but also your actions and inactions. Assessing them per time. Don't say, this one has been working for 5 years. Always part time. We continue to adjust and readjust till we get what work part time. It is part time. So no one is immune. 30 years you are not immune. 40 years you are not immune. 15 years you are not immune. 5 years you are not immune. 1 year you are not immune. Everybody needs to guard their relationship jealously, if it means something to you. Okay, so that is the message today. Please do share your own opinion. Also share your own advice. People are always reading the comments And thank you for always following this page. We'll continue to add value to you. If you have gotten any value from this discussion, let me know in the comment section. Like, comment, and share. Follow this page for more insightful discussion. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye-bye.